Hi and welcome to my How to Train Your Dragon bedroom tutorial. I didn't video this whole process of making the blanket, but I found a picture online and I used measurements to make a life-size tail fin. I did two. This one was in red scuba fabric and I did another one in black. I just basically sewed the skull onto one side and then sewed right sides together of the red and then put the blanket that the dog's laying on inside and closed it up. This next part was for the roof. I just used some faux leather that I had and I made a triangle template that when I flipped over I could get two out of the same rectangle, and then I just cut as many as I thought I needed and then pinned them onto a spare piece of felt I had. I pinned from the bottom up to the top, and then when I sewed from top down so you couldn't see the stitching of the one underneath. For the top detailing, I just used a picture I found online to match the colours and then created two triangles, one slightly smaller than the other one, to sew them on to the very top of the roof. For the bunk bed, we used an IKEA bunk bed. I did one coat of watered down brown acrylic and then I went back with a fine paintbrush and used black acrylic to accentuate the detailing, and then I used reds and yellows and greens just to make it look a bit less IKEA-ish and more Viking-ish. Then I put a couple of small hinges on to make a door, just to make sure that they weren't going to hit any of the screws. I put the hinges on first. And then I used this piece of plywood. For the roof, this was an old bed that we had. I cut it down to size and then undercoated it with some white outdoor paint I think I had, but it was just to make sure that the wood didn't show through because I was planning to paint it aqua. So I think I had to do two coats of white. And then I did, I think, 3 coats of aqua. I'm not sure why I'm using the world's smallest paintbrush. Once everything was dry, I went and put the plywood sheet onto the hinges. I painted this toothless from a previous tutorial I had for a shield, and then I just attached some trim in the same aqua as the top of the bed. I just used PVA wood glue and I clamped it on, and it hasn't fallen off so far. Once everything was in the right spot and secure, I actually took the panel off so I could add a handle and more detailing, and then I reattached it at the end once everything was put together. For the accents, I just used some of these coasters from my local Bunnings store, and I painted the different dragon classes and some Viking words on them just to add a bit of colour to the very brownness of it all. I did the same thing and I made a tic-tac-toe board on the back panel that you currently can see behind me there. I just used some double-sided tape to keep these on the bed. And then I went and reattached the door. I added a little magnetic catch on the inside. And lastly, I used some cotton rope with some double-sided tape, just in some random rope tying thing to hide the screws. And here's the bedroom all done. Thanks for watching.